10 most common limiting beliefs that prevent you from making a lot of money. Make sure you watch this until the end of this video, because limiting beliefs are so powerful, unfortunately, if they're limiting, because you can't manifest what you want and you don't even realize that you have them, because maybe you have heard of it. A limiting belief, just because it exists in the world, even if you don't have it, because it exists as a collective consciousness, it may affect your life. Or maybe some of these beliefs, you may have them subconsciously. And that's the tricky part, because when you think consciously, you say, I want money, I love money, I want to have more, I love wealth, abundance, prosperity. But the subconscious mind may be blocking you. And we're going to see 10 most common limiting beliefs and how to eliminate them. Number 10. Making money is hard. Where are all my hard workers, overachievers? Do we have people that have been working hard their whole lives? Please comment below if you're one of them. Most of us have that belief. Maybe we have seen our parents struggling, older people struggling their whole life, working so hard, and we have that subconsciously because this is what we've seen. This is what we've experienced. So we think that we have to work our asses off to get some money, just to pass by, just to survive. Even from our own experience, we see that, because so far you have been working hard just to make a mediocre salary. If that's your experience, it's a little bit hard to understand, to believe that you can make a lot of money easy and effortlessly. So in order for you to challenge that belief, I'm asking you to see people, to look at people who have already done it in an easy and effortless way, and start reprogramming yourself, like making money is easy, making money is effortless. Try to repeat them over and over again. Listen to subliminals, reprogram your mind, brainwash yourself to believe that. Even if you don't believe it right now consciously, and you hold that belief that making money is hard, try to repeat that over and over in your head, and ideally don't listen to the actual affirmation, so that way it goes straight into your subconscious mind and reprograms it. Number 9, it takes time. That's a limiting belief, that's BS, that doesn't happen, because your life can change for the better or for the worse in an instant, in a day, in a second. Like people who win the lottery, there are a few people, there are people who have won the lottery. They exist. These people exist. Their life, their financial situation changed in a day. Also, some people went bankrupt. Something may happen, something major, an event, just a small event may have happened that may have caused a business owner to go bankrupt, to lose their entire business. These things happen. Another example, you have seen that if you're Gen Z or millennial, you have seen that. If you're on social media in general, you have seen that. People blow up all the time. That's proof that this limiting belief that it takes time is so wrong, is so BS. Have you seen people that did one video, just one of their videos on TikTok or whatever, blew up, and next day they were presented with a bunch of opportunities, their life changed? There are a lot of people. So it can happen. Why not you? These people were not different than you. They were posting videos like you do. They were normal people. They weren't exceptional. Something blew up and that made them rich. Number 8, money doesn't grow on trees. That's another limiting belief that we may have heard since we were children. That's a very common one. However, money grows like trees. And you may have seen that if you're into investment. If you invest in any financial product, you see that the compound effect works with time. The more time goes by, the more it compounds, the more money you make. So basically, it's like a tree. That's the opposite of the limiting belief that we've been told. Like, because if you invest your money and you don't let them sit in a bank account, if you invest it, it grows exactly like the tree. You plant a seed and it grows. Same with businesses, not just in the stock market or the real estate market or investments in general. The same with a business. You plant the seed, maybe some money as well. You plant it, you invest in your business, and then the more your business grows, it grows like a tree again. So it's the exact opposite. The next one is hilarious, and it's that rich people are evil. Oh my God, all this evil rich. Like, if you have the belief, excuse me, but where are you watching this video right now? On a platform that a rich person, a super rich, an ultra rich person made, or a group of people made. You're using technology because everything that you use, someone has invented, and they have become billionaires. Because the mass, all of us, we get access to that product or service. I am grateful every time I have this platform. Whoever built this platform, whoever built this microphone so I can have this sound and talk to you, this camera that I'm recording with, my laptop so I can work more efficiently and I don't have to have hand pain if I have to write for a long time. I just type, it's easier. I'm grateful for all these rich people. They deserve every penny. They're billionaires. They deserve every penny, because they've added value in our lives. They've made my life so much easier, so effortless. We have the internet. We can reach thousands, millions of people nowadays. I'm so grateful for all of these rich people. I thank them. So if you think that they're evil, you'll never be them. Number 6, money corrupts people. Money doesn't corrupt people. It just amplifies what you already are. If you're a mean person, you may be meaner, that's true. But if you're a nice person, you want the highest good for yourself and for other people, you care about other people, and you're good, it will amplify that. You will bring more to other people's lives. You will add value to other people's lives. You will help other people. Imagine a poor person, a broke one, and a rich one. Who can help? Take yourself, for example. How are you able to help people that you love, your family, your friends, your kids, whatever that might be? If you're rich or if you're broke. If you are rich, you can help them in so many ways. And I don't mean financially only, but in so many different ways. If you're broke, you can still help them, but you're limited. You have limited resources to help them. Number 5, there's not enough to go around. That's of course untrue, because if that was the case, there wouldn't be new millionaires every single day. Nowadays, we have more millionaires and billionaires than we ever had before. Every day, people are becoming millionaires. Over and over again. The wealth that exists in the planet is not the same. It keeps compounding. And maybe inflation plays a role in that, and other economical factors. However, which I'm not saying they're always positive because things are getting more expensive, etc. However, the end result is that it's not fixed. Take, for example, the Fed. If you're American, it prints money. Literally, that's what it does. It's enough for everyone. Actually, it's more than enough for anyone. Number 4, this is a tricky one. I had a friend that had that limiting belief, and she was such a nice and caring person. So this affects very nice people. If you're a nice person and you care for other people so much, you may have that limiting belief. If I have a lot of money, I feel guilty toward my family that they will have less, that they are less fortunate, and I will feel obligated to help them, to share the money that I have with them. First of all, that's a brilliant thing. That's perfect if you think that way. If you want to help them, if you want to share your money with other people, I'm not saying it's wrong. It's perfect. However, what is wrong is the feeling that you feel guilty. You want to help them out of a place of guilt. Not because you want to, not because you want the best for them, not because you want to help them and improve their lives. You feel guilty that you got the money and not them. Let's say you won the lottery, for example. Oh my God, I feel guilty now. That guilt feeling that is so attached to money, I can never understand this. This is a major block, as you can understand, because if you feel guilty for something, you don't think you deserve it and you give it away. Number 3, I will have to change. I'm afraid of change. I'm terrified of change. So this is for people that this limiting belief is very common for people who value safety and security, and they prefer to be in their comfort zones more often. It's not for everyone, but some people have it. So if you value safety a lot, it's your priority, maybe you will find change difficult for you. So you have that belief that when you get a lot of money, inevitably your life is going to change. That's for sure. It can't be the same. That's a given. because you have a lot of money. You will have to change lifestyle, habits, probably friends, your routine, your job, your career, everything will change. So that's scary. So if you think about it, every time you think about having a lot of money, and then a thought pops up, oh my God, what am I going to do with that friend that hates money? I love that person, but I don't want to lose them. So maybe if I didn't have enough money, that would be better for our friendship, or maybe I will lose that opportunity. I will have to change the place that I live. There's a lot of changes and they may be scary for you. But if you're not ready to change, this is a block to your manifestation. Number 2, that's a favorite one, it's a very common one. I'm afraid I'll lose it, or I'm afraid I'll get hacked, I'll get robbed, a thief may show up, or whatever. That's a valid point. If you have a lot of money, you easily become a target. But if you have that belief that, oh my God, now I have to keep it as a secret, because if someone knows how much money I have, then everybody will want to take that money away from me. So this comes from a place of scarcity. If you think that by having so much money, everybody will be after you, everybody will want your money and will want to scam you and rip you off, that comes from a place of fear and scarcity. So that's a clear limiting belief. Because if you have a lot of money, like unlimited resources, unlimited money, you wouldn't even care. Let's say someone scammed you and took a lot of money out of you. So what? So what? You're rich. You're still rich. You will make more because money will come to you. It always flows to you. It's a different mindset. And ironically, people who are more scared that they're going to lose money, these are the people who lose money more easily because they attract it. If you have a thought over and over again, you attract it. It will eventually happen. And the number 1 limiting belief, nobody should be a billionaire. Nobody should have that much money. I was unaware of this limiting belief. That's strange for me because I was unaware that this belief existed until I saw it on social media. Like I had never thought that anyone would think that nobody should have so much money. I've never heard of it. However, I recently saw a post on Instagram and there was a mega yacht or something like that. It was something that costed a lot of millions of dollars. And I've read the comments below and I was mind blown by all of that wealth shaming. And there were literally people who said, nobody should be a billionaire. And there were tons of people who liked that comment. So do you see how dangerous that limiting belief is? Nobody should be a billionaire. So neither should you. You will never be one if you have that limiting belief. We talked about that before in a previous step, that you should be grateful that some people are insanely rich, are billionaires, because they have improved your life massively. You have been grateful for them every single day, that you have internet, that you go to the toilet and all that disgusting smell goes away with the press of a button. You have to be grateful. Someone became a billionaire, by the way, by the flush of the toilet. And yes, I'm so grateful that they did. You should be grateful that you have access to all of these resources, Google, Apple, the cameras, the microphone, the equipment, everything that you use, technology. Your life has improved massively. And if you doubt it, ask a boomer, find a boomer, your grandparents, your parents, and ask them how life was 30 or 50 years ago. You will feel grateful immediately. And that's another limiting belief that now it came to mind. So let's add this as a bonus. Old times were better. That people that are always in the past, they're stuck in the past and they degrade technology. Of course, these people are using a computer, a smartphone, because they leave these nasty comments on other people's videos like, oh, nowadays things are this and this and that. And they dream of these old times that there were no apps, no internet, no social media. Are you kidding me? Where were you going to perform that persona? Now you have a platform for your ego to get admired, to get seen. So you would be grateful that your shitty personality gets to be seen by millions of people. So all these people that have these attachments and in the past that the old times were better and oh, I miss these old days. These are limiting beliefs. You will be stuck there. You will be stuck in the past. You have to be grateful that you have access to resources nowadays. And if you're Gen Z or younger, you can't understand that. You can't fathom how technology has shaped people's life. It's a huge transformation that I think it will take years, a lot of years for all of us to fathom and to see the massive change that it brought. You have to be grateful because you're a part of it. So forget about the old time, because old times were horrible. More wars, more abuse, more harassment, more mean people, evil people, less resources, less money, more poverty. Should I go on? The world was awful. The more we go back in time, if you study history, you're going to be appalled. The more we evolve as human species, the better things are becoming. They're not perfect, of course, it's not a perfect world, but we have less wars in history. You think that we have more wars because now you're aware of them. Again, resources. You have social media. You see people from the other side of the world talking about that. A few years ago, you were unaware. Wars were happening all the time, hundreds of them, but you don't even know. You aren't even aware of how many wars existed. And I'm not talking about 100 years before, in your lifetime, and you never heard of them. Now you just hear of them, but they are less. There's a smaller amount of wars. We're becoming better. You have to be grateful. Don't stick to the old times. The old times were better. Unless you are someone who benefited from these old times, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna close this video now with this, and comment below whatever you want, and I will see you in the next video.